Have you ever found yourself wondering if that wonderful older woman in your life is showing a special interest in you? Today we're exploring the clear, confident ways mature women express romantic interest, and trust me, they know exactly what they want. Let's be clear from the start. Attraction and connection don't retire at a certain age. The desire for companionship, meaningful conversation, and romantic spark continues throughout our lives. What changes isn't the interest itself, but how it's communicated. Older women typically have more life experience and self-awareness, which means they often express interest with greater clarity and less game-playing than younger women might. This is actually fantastic news for anyone on the receiving end of this attention. You typically won't need to decipher confusing mixed signals or subtle hints that leave you guessing. Instead, you'll notice deliberate, thoughtful behaviors that telegraph interest, in ways that are both respectful and unmistakable. If you know what to look for, here are 10 significant signs that an older woman might be interested in you romantically. Number 1, she maintains meaningful eye contact. The eyes are truly windows to the soul, and this is especially true in flirting. For an older woman, eye contact isn't usually about intense, prolonged staring that might feel uncomfortable. Instead, it's about frequent, deliberate glances that feel intentional. You might notice her looking your way from across the room multiple times. Perhaps you catch her gaze and she doesn't immediately look away, but instead offers a gentle smile before returning to her conversation. This isn't accidental eye contact that happens when someone scans a room. This is purposeful connection seeking. When you notice this pattern happening several times, it's a strong indicator that she's interested in engaging with you. Number 2, she offers genuine, warm smiles. Now, a smile alone can simply indicate friendliness. Many people smile politely as part of general social interaction, but when combined with other signals on this list, a smile becomes much more significant. Pay attention to whether her smiles are directed specifically at you, especially if they come after catching your eye. Does her whole face seem to light up when she sees you? Does she smile in a way that feels exclusive to your interactions? A warm, authentic smile that reaches her eyes is a powerful signal of enjoyment and interest in your presence. Number 3, she initiates conversations and listens attentively. Mature women typically don't waste time on small talk with people they're not genuinely interested in. If an older woman is regularly starting conversations with you, that's a significant sign in itself. But beyond just starting conversations, pay attention to how she engages. Does she ask thoughtful follow-up questions? Does she remember details from previous conversations? Is she fully present in your discussions, minimizing distractions and focusing entirely on what you're saying? This quality of attention indicates that she values your thoughts and wants to genuinely understand who you are as a person. Number 4, she creates opportunities for appropriate physical contact. Touch is a very deliberate form of communication, especially among adults. In our social interactions, we typically maintain personal space unless we feel a special connection with someone. If an older woman finds ways to gently bridge that space, it's worth noting. This might be a light touch on your arm during conversation, a warm handshake that lasts a moment longer than necessary, or brushing something off your shoulder. These gestures are often accompanied by other signals like smiling or maintained eye contact. It's important to recognize that these are conscious choices rather than accidental contacts, and they represent a significant step in building connection. Number 5, she mentions her availability indirectly. This might seem counterintuitive at first, but it's a common way of testing the waters. An older woman might mention in conversation that she's unattached or has been single for a while. She might talk about doing things alone that she wishes she had companionship for. Sometimes she might even mention that others have shown interest in her. What she's communicating isn't gamesmanship, but rather that she's available and desirable. This approach allows her to put the information out there without being too direct, giving you the opportunity to respond if you're interested. Number 6, she directly states her relationship status. While some women might hint at their availability, others will be wonderfully direct. If an older woman explicitly tells you she's single, this is about as clear a signal as you can receive. She's making sure there's no misunderstanding about her availability and openness to connection. In social situations, people don't typically volunteer their relationship status unless it's relevant to the conversation dynamic. When someone shares this information with you specifically, they're essentially giving you permission to see them as potentially available. Number 7. She asks about your relationship status. Curiosity about your personal life is a strong indicator of interest. An older woman might ask directly if you're seeing anyone, or she might approach the subject more subtly with questions about how you spend your free time or whether you live alone. She might ask if you brought a partner to an event, or mention how nice it must be for your partner that you have certain qualities. These questions are ways of gathering important information, while also signaling that she sees you as potentially available. Number 8. She finds reasons to be near you. Proximity is a classic sign of interest at any age. You might notice that an older woman seems to frequently appear in your general vicinity at social gatherings, community events, or even during daily routines. She might choose a seat near you, approach your group conversation, or find reasons to visit your neighborhood coffee shop when you're likely to be there. This creation of opportunities for interaction demonstrates initiative and interest in developing your connection further. Number 9. She asks personal questions about your life, values, and interests. When someone is genuinely interested in you, they want to understand who you are beneath surface-level interactions. An older woman showing romantic interest will ask questions about your family, your passions, your dreams, and your experiences. She'll want to know what makes you tick, what you value, and how you see the world. These conversations will typically go deeper than casual small talk, and she'll likely share corresponding information about herself as well, creating a mutual exchange of personal stories and perspectives. Number 10. She offers sincere compliments. Compliments are always nice to receive, but when they're specific and personal, they carry special weight. An older woman interested in you might compliment your appearance, but she's even more likely to compliment your character, your intelligence, your sense of humor, or your talents. She might praise how you handled a situation, or mention qualities she admires in you. These compliments show that she's paying attention and values what she's observing about you. Recognizing these signals is just the first step. If you're interested in return, the most important thing you can do is respond positively to her overtures. Reciprocate conversation, share about yourself, offer compliments in return, and most importantly, be genuine in your interactions. Mature women typically have well-developed intuition and can sense when someone is being authentic versus when they're just being polite. The beauty of connections between adults is that they can be built on honesty, mutual respect, and clear communication. If you notice several of these signs from an older woman in your life, and you feel the same interest, consider taking the initiative to ask her out for coffee or lunch in a low-pressure setting that allows for continued conversation. You might just discover a meaningful connection that enriches both of your lives in beautiful ways. Thank you so much for joining me in exploring this topic today. I hope this information helps you recognize and appreciate the special connections in your life and gives you confidence in understanding the language of interest and attraction that transcends age. Remember, the heart doesn't count years, it seeks connection, companionship, and joy at every stage of life.